Hi, my name is James Renwick. I'm the Training and Development Manager here at the Johnstone Supply Training Center. At the Training Center, we're excited to offer you, the person watching this video, discounts on some of the tools and equipment we'll be using. How to get it? It's pretty simple, actually. Click on the link below, and that'll get you signed up for the Johnstone Supply Orion Group Training Center email. That'll get you access to all of our videos, as well as classes, events, and roadshows across California and Nevada. In the Training Center newsletter, you'll also find a promo code next to the videos. This will get you a discount on some of the tools and equipment we've used in the video today.
Hi, my name is Mark Hefner. I'm the training coordinator here with the Johnstone Supply Training Center, and today we're going to talk about how to properly use piercing valves in systems. So today we're going to talk about how to use piercing valves in a system. This is typically designed for systems that fall under the EPA category Type 1, which would be fridges, ice machines, small appliances that are hermetically sealed. The issue with them being hermetically sealed, of course, is that there's no access valve or way for us to get to the refrigerant inside the system. So you can purchase a piercing valve, which is just what it sounds like, a valve that will clamp on to the copper tubing, pierce the system so you can access the refrigerant inside and make a recovery. The thing we want to note with these is that they are prone to leaking. While they do have a rubber gasket on them to help seal them, they often still end up having refrigerant leak out of them. So you'll need to replace the piercing valve after you've recovered the machine with a proper service port. So you'll get your piercing valve and you'll have to back out these screws so you can actually attach it to your line. Yeah, your piercing valve will also come with a couple of spacers that'll make it so it can fit different size copper lines. This particular one will do 1/4 inch, 5/16, and 3/8. So in this case, we're going to use the biggest spacer. We're working on a 1/4 inch pipe right here. So bear with me as I back all of these out and we can get this fitted to our line. All right, now that I have that all fastened on there, I'm going to go ahead and grab my manifold right now, and I'm going to hook up my hose onto here before I insert the piercing valve. These piercing valves have no Schrader core on them, so I want to make sure I'm hooked on first. So if there is any refrigerant in here, I won't be leaking anything. So we'll put that on. Make sure my gauges are closed up good, all my hoses are sealed up. And then you finally put your crescent wrench, sorry, not your crescent, your Allen wrench in this top little hole here, and you're gonna have to turn it all the way till it stops, and you're gonna face some resistance, of course, because now you're gonna pierce into the actual copper line.
Can't see the manifold, is that okay?
That's fine. All right, just like that, I've got the piercing valve in, all the way in. Now I have to back the piercing valve out again so the refrigerant can actually flow through the hole we just made, if there is any in the system. Looking at my gauges right now, it looks like we have 0 pressure anyways, so the system is flat already. And you want to make sure you don't back that screw all the way out, because you can remove that screw, of course, and then if you have any refrigerant in this system, it would flow out of the system at that time. Cool. So now that we have our piercing valve in place, the system is empty. It was already flat when we got it. We're going to go ahead and attach our nitrogen here so we can pressurize this system and see if there's any leaks. And one of the big things to look out for again is that these are actually known to leak, and we can actually show that a little bit if we put some soap bubbles on here. I can already see I'm getting little tiny bubbles on here, just showing that this valve would be leaking. We could try and tighten it up some more, of course, and see if that'll get rid of that leak. But ultimately, because this will be a running system to make sure we don't have that issue in the future, we're going to want to braze on a new actual service port. All right. So now that we have our piercing valve removed, you may be able to see that teeny tiny pinhole we made. That's how we were accessing any refrigerant or being able to pressurize this system. So we're going to do a lot better than that. We're going to put a proper service valve in that'll allow us to pressure test this system and find a leak and get it all fixed up, of course. So now that we have that hole, we're going to cut that part of our copper out here and go just like that. We pop that off. And now to get my new service port in, I got some couplings. So I'm going to fit a coupling onto here. As always, when we braze in a Schrader core, or we braze in a service fitting, we want to make sure we remove our Schrader core valve. Pull that guy out right there. Let me see if I can seat that all just a little better. There we go. And then to protect my compressor and the other components in here, I'm going to put a heat rag in here. All that stuff, there we go. All right. Literally. All right, there we go. I'll pressure test it, of course, make sure I'm not leaking anything, and make sure my braze was good. But that should allow us to do any future service we need to with this system. So hang out here, we're gonna see how well I did. Looks pretty good. We'll put some bubbles on it to be sure here. Got that pressurized to 150. And I do not see any bubbles. Hopefully you don't see any bubbles either. And that'll be good. So we'll be able to work on the system now without worrying about future leaks coming from the service port at least. Now that we've gone over piercing valves and their use and application, hope you have a better understanding of this. But for this and any other training, come check us out at the JSOG Training Center, where you'll get real-world experience for your real-world career.